Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 1452. It's hump day. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Hobby Evolution. Hey, we're going to talk more about eBay Live, that is. My questions were answered. I had 5 questions written down, and they were all pretty much pertain to the same specific question. Just kind of were slightly different, but pretty much one question or one answer, and it might have been 2 answers, answered all 5 of the questions I had, which means I am ready to roll on eBay Live. The only thing now that's holding me back is I need a small phone holder for the filming. So eBay Live is still in its infancy. It's I think technically it's still in beta. So there are a lot of it's not what it's eventually going to be. So it's not quite as efficient as I'd like it to be. But I do know that some updates are coming. I'll talk about that and share what I've learned and give you an update on when I'm gonna start selling on eBay Live. It's Wednesday. Hey, I made ribs last night. No, I didn't boil them. Did not boil the ribs. I slow cooked them. And the reason I boiled the ribs last time is because I know that when I boil ribs, it just falls off the fork. It's good. Although it wasn't as good. I think when I put them in I think it was in the winter? I can't remember, but I put them in the oven too long. So whenever I have tried slow cooking ribs, now I don't have a smoker. I didn't even have wood chips. I thought about going out and getting some wood chips. I'm like, I've got too much other stuff going on. So didn't want to worry about that. But I will be doing these again. So here's what I did. Slow cooked some ribs. I got the what are they called? Baby back ribs, where they're boneless. The boneless country style, I think, is how they market them. Country style ribs, boneless ribs. So what I did was they came in 3 long strips, so I just cut them in half. So 6 shorter strips. What I did was I have basically like a vegetable. I think it's for vegetables to put on the grill, a vegetable container. So I lined that with foil, and I put a little bit of water for like a steaming process in this container. So put a little bit of water, salted the ribs, put a little bit of salt on the ribs, and then put them in, put foil over top, and had the grill going between 250 degrees and 300 degrees. It's hard. It was kind of windy yesterday, so it's kind of difficult to get a regulated temperature, but over the course of like 5 hours, I was able to keep it around 250 to 275. So I had the far right burners. So the 6 burners in my grill. I had the far 3 with the heat, and then I placed the ribs on the far left side on the indirect heat, and let them go for 90 minutes. At the 90-minute mark, I lathered them up with some barbecue sauce. Rufus Teague. I don't know where they're. I'm guessing it's a molasses base barbecue sauce. So I'm guessing Carolina. Or is Carolina the molasses? Rufus Teague barbecue sauce. Where's Rufus Teague from? And I had Make Stuff Gooder. I had the whiskey maple. So I bought the whiskey maple, Make Stuff Gooder. Go ahead, take a nip. Where's Rufus? You can find him on Amazon, grocery stores. You can get Rufus Teague in Hy-Vee, Whole Foods. There's a Food Lion, Fairway, Wegmans, Safeway, ShopRite, Ralph's, H-E-B, Fresh Market, Rayleigh's, Shaw's, Loblaws, Price Chopper, Wakefern, Publix, I just want to find out where Rufus Teague's based out of. Where's Rufus? That's where you can buy Rufus. Rufus Teague. Doesn't even say like where they're based out of. Contact us. Kansas. Of all places. Lenexa, Kansas. I didn't see that coming. All right. So Rufus Teague out of Lenexa, Kansas. So 90 minutes, I put some of my Rufus Teague whiskey maple barbecue sauce on them. Cover it back up. Another 90 minutes. So now they've been slow cooking for 3 hours. After the second 90 minutes, I took them off. I flipped them. And then I put them on for another 30 minutes. And then after that, I think I put barbecue sauce on them again. And then I put them on the direct heat for 2 minutes on each side. Turned out great. They weren't fall off your fork, but they were tender. I thought these are the best ribs I've made. My wife even liked it. My wife doesn't even like pork or ribs. And she had a listing appointment last night. My mother-in-law flew back in, so she winters in Florida, down in Orlando's neck of the woods. And so she flew back in for the summer season here in Wisconsin. She got in and drove straight from the airport to this listing appointment because it's in her neighborhood. So my wife and her were at this listing appointment. So it's one of her neighbors, I think. So she got home and I'm like, I've got some ribs. You know, I knew she wasn't going to be home for dinner, but like, if you didn't eat, try my ribs. So she's like, wow, these are pretty good. Compliments to the chef. So I think I'm going to do this again. I think the only thing I would do differently next time is put some wood chips down, like a wood chip box. So I think that's the only thing I'd do differently. So it was good. Rufus Teague, by the way, this Rufus Teague barbecue sauce, delicious. I'm more of a molasses based. Now I'm not against the vinegar base, the runnier stuff. Vinegar is the runnier of the barbecue sauces, but I prefer the thick molasses style. So if that's what you like, Rufus Teague is a great option. And they've got a bunch of flavors. Here, let's share the screen. Rufus Teague. I saw this at Woodman's when I made my Woodman's trip, our products. Let's just go to barbecue sauces on Sunday. So here's the flavors they have. They've got Tre, Chile, Pica Dolce, 3-peppered sweet heat. That's not for me. Diablo Limonado, lemon, garlic, and fiery peppers. That doesn't sound good. Honey sweet. That would be something up my alley. Honey sweet. Touch of heat. So you got a little spice on that one. Down here we got blazing hot. Not for me. Whiskey maple is what I used last night. It was awesome. I would recommend it. I haven't had any of these other flavors, but I would definitely recommend whiskey maple. Smoky apple. I would try that. KC Gold. It's a mustard-based barbecue sauce. We got the sugar-free smoking chipotle, the sugar-free slim and sweet. Then here you've got, you can put together a 3-pack gift tote. So there you go. Rufus Teague. Is this beef jerky? No, single-serve packets. So, all right. So there you go. So yeah, slow cooked some ribs. Been doing some back end work on my eBay store. Was doing that last night. Yesterday I listed. It didn't list, but I scanned in about 100 cards for my first eBay Live show. So I'm going to talk about eBay Live. Give you a little insight on some of the back end stuff and when I'm going to be rolling it out for the first time. So I did that. and did some shipping. I had a pretty big sales day yesterday. I had somebody come in and buy like over 100 cards, I think. So I had a big sales day, which was much needed. Much needed, and eBay Live will definitely I've been putting most of my focus, my selling focus, my eBay focus has been going into eBay Live. So I haven't really been, and some of this back end work as well, which is definitely working. Which I want to get a solid at least 2 weeks of data before I tell you what I've been doing. And it's no secret. It's something that people talk about, and I've just ignored it for a long time. And now I'm actually seeing eBay told me, like, no, you should do this. So started doing it. Wow. Okay. People are right. Best practices. So that's kind of one of the perks to this whole eBay Live, and having been cherry picked to launch this trading card singles is I have a lot of contacts with eBay now. Like I've had Zoom calls with like 7 different eBay people. So I can actual people. It's amazing. Actual people. So it's pretty awesome, and pretty much my own dedicated support. It's pretty cool. It's something I've always dreamed of on eBay. So it's been fun getting to meet actual humans from eBay with human insight and not AI driven chat. What else is going on? That's about all. Today is Wednesday, trash and recycling at the curb. This weekend, I may go over. There's a big card show in Franklin, Wisconsin, the Mega Show. I may go check it out. It's going to be a day of decision. I think Saturday morning might be one of those things where I drop Ernie off at doggy daycare and head over. I don't even know how far Franklin is. I don't know where Franklin is. I know it's it's a suburb of Milwaukee. That's all I know. Let's do this. Middleton to Franklin. Google says it's an hour. Oh shit, an hour and a half. It's south of Milwaukee. Well, fuck. I thought it was west of Milwaukee. It's not quite as far as Oak Creek, but it's pretty damn close to Oak Creek. So, all right. So further than I thought. So, game time decision Saturday to see to go check out that show in Franklin. What else is going on? Madison Card Show coming up this month. We're a little over a week away. We're about 10 days away now from the 2-day bonanza. 2 separate shows. Saturday, April 26th is the regular Madison Card Show at the Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive. It's going to be about 160 tables. Now, this month, it's a slightly different layout. The upstairs is unchanged. So you've got your regular 100 tables on the mezzanine and inside the Capitol Square Ballroom. No changes upstairs. Downstairs in the first floor will be in the State Street Ballroom, which we have used in the past. That's the 3rd ballroom that we've used every once in a while. That room will be open. The regular Williamson Ballroom will not be open. There's another event going on in that room. Madison Card Show will be in the State Street Ballroom and will be in the Badger State Room, which is the breakout conference room to the when you pass the front desk. It's down the hallway to the right, just a few steps down. That's where we had the Pokemon room last summer. So that's Saturday, April 26th, the Madison Card Show, a week from this coming Saturday. Sunday is the all-new first ever Madison Pokemon Show. That's going to be a full 140-table TCG only show. Now, we'll be back in the Williamson Street Ballroom for the Sunday show. So the Sunday show will have the same footprint as the usual shows. Upstairs, mezzanine, inside the Capitol Square Ballroom, downstairs, Williamson Ballroom, which is where the card show usually is. So Saturday, regular card show, State Street Ballroom. Sunday, Pokemon show, back to the Williamson Ballroom. All right. And then there'll be some, potentially Saturday morning on Hobby Evolution, I'll give you some updates on moving forward with some new stuff going on at the Madison Card Show. So want to wait to get those T's crossed and I's dotted later this week. All right, so I think that's what I had for today. Let's go to the chat. It's not all I had for today. We're going to talk about eBay Live. We're going to talk about eBay Live, some of the things I've learned, and when am I going to actually sell on eBay Live? We're going to talk about that. George is here. Good morning and good night. It's late in South Korea. Good to have you back, George. He's probably snoozing right now. Kyle, good morning. Kevin's in the house. Good morning. Double A Cards is here. Good morning. David is here. What's happening? Philly Joe, good morning. Panda, what's up, playa? Panda in this MFer. What's going on? Gem City says, where are we at? The hobby evolution begins now. Shit. Brian, I did not make it into your stream last night. Shit. Brian was on a Dibdit last night. Damn it. I was going to try to pop in. Well, I forgot all about it. I was battling a spreadsheet last night. Damn it. Cooter, what's up? He says, so you steamed ribs. I don't know if I would say steamed. I just put a little bit of water. Like is a little bit of water, like probably a tablespoon of water in the tray. Is that really steaming? I just didn't want it to dry out. Just a little bit. It's not like I put a whole pan of water. Like a tablespoon just to get a little moisture in there. But if that's steaming ribs, I guess I steamed ribs. Holmes in the house. Good morning. Cody is here. What's going on? Good morning. Pulled the grill out last night. We smoked some wings. Love it. I've never done wings on the grill. Maybe I should try that this year. Try some wings on the grill. Gary, what's going on? Indiana checking in. What's happening? Peter's in the house. What's up? Gem City says, Cooter, I thought you taught him about ribs. No, Cooter just taught me where to go to get. He didn't teach me how to cook them. He just taught me how to eat them. Eat the good stuff. Carrie, what's going on? Can Shota get some run support, please? Cubs still pulled it out and have handed the Padres 3 of their 4 losses. How about that? Again, it was a late game last night, so I did not watch. Hey, we had some moves. Cubs had some moves yesterday. 2 were not surprising. One was, I guess, the third move was, I will say it was surprising. Not shocking, but surprising. So the 2 moves that I expected, Eli Morgan to the injured list, and Nate Pearson was sent down to AAA. Now, you look at Eli Morgan's stats. So Eli Morgan was traded from Cleveland to the Cubs for Alfonso Rosario, who he had a good season last year. He was raking, but it was like low A. And Eli Morgan is a legit relief pitcher. I thought it's a great trade. Now, people, why did we trade for Eli Morgan? Well, so they came out and said yesterday that Eli Morgan's been pitching through elbow issues. And it's like, well, yeah, that's not good. So let's take a look at Eli Morgan's game log for 2025. All right, so here's Eli Morgan's game log. Let's pop this on the screen. Let's blow it up. All right, so here's Eli Morgan's game log. March 18th, out in Tokyo, pitched against the Dodgers. 1 1/3 inning. Gave up only 1 hit, no runs. Struck out 1, walked 0 in 1 1/3 inning. March 28th at Arizona. Pitched 1 2/3 innings. Only gave up 1 hit, no runs. Struck out 3, walked 0. That's pretty damn good. So he pitched 3 full innings, only allowed 2 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, 0 walks. That's pretty damn good to start. March 30th at Arizona. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 0 strikeouts, 1 walk. All right. Maybe he just had a bad outing. April 2nd, 1 inning. 1 hit, 1 walk. Not bad. Next outing. Now it's been a week. He hasn't pitched in a full week, April 9th. 1 inning. Let's see. 1 inning, 0 hits, 0 walks, 0 strikeouts. Not bad. April 11th, the Dodgers, 1 inning. That's pretty clean. April 14th, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 0 strikeouts, 1 walk. So in his first 2 games, he struck out 4, and in the ensuing 4 1/3 innings didn't strike out a single batter. I think it's kind of clear where those issues started, probably in that March 30th game, because he came back April 2nd, did okay. Pitched an inning, only gave up a hit, 1 walk, no strikeouts. So decent outing, good outing. But then he didn't pitch for a week. Why didn't he pitch for a week? Well, apparently he had some elbow issues. He was able to get through an inning on April 2nd, but you could tell there were some issues. So Eli Moore. There we go. So he was sent down. Nate Pearson, he's been having a bad outing. Maybe he's having elbow issues. He's sent down to AAA. Daniel Palencia, who throws some freaking heat. Luke Little also throws heat. They're back up in Chicago. Great to see Luke Little back. He's a stud. He was, a big part of the bullpen last year. So he's back, and I think he'll be staying in Chicago with the big league team. And the third move the Cubs made yesterday was a little head scratching. Matt Shaw sent down to AAA and activated from the IL. A guy that I didn't even think he would be in the organization for opening day. Vidal Brujan, who was traded to the Cubs for Matt Mervis. Vidal Brujan sucks. I mean, his numbers suck. I'm like, if Vidal Brujan and Gage Workman are on the active roster at the same time, this is not a good situation. And now Gage Workman and Vidal Brujan are on the active roster together. Matt Shaw's in Iowa. We'll see. Fortunately, the rest of the team is holding up. Bullpen's been good with some exceptions, but overall, the bullpen's been pretty solid. Hitting's been there. I mean, with the exception of last night, not getting Shota run support, the Cubs are amongst the leaders in runs scored this season. Can we get some stats? What are the stats on runs this year? MLB.com. Come on. Damn ads. Capital One, I don't need you on my screen. Here's stats. All right, we want 2025 hitting. I want team. How do I get team? Oh, team. Duh, it's right freaking in front of my face. 2025 regular season runs. The Chicago Cubs. Let's pop this on the screen. So how about this? The Chicago Cubs lead Major League Baseball in runs scored so far. 122 runs scored for the Cubs. New York Yankees, the second team, is almost 20 runs behind the Cubs. Now the Cubs have played a few games more. So let's do an average. So 122 divided by 20. So the Cubs are averaging 6.1 runs per game. The Yankees are averaging 6.05. So it's not actually as 20-run differential. It's actually about a half run per game. So the Cubs still, by average per game, the Cubs still lead the major leagues in runs. So they're averaging 6.1 runs per game. Yankees averaging 6.05 runs per game. So it's pretty close between the Yankees and the Cubs at the top. Run differential. Can I see run differential on this screen? I don't think so. Select split. Probably have to go to like StatCast or Baseball Reference. So year to date, here's StatCast. Oh, this is like, all right. So anyway, Cubs are scoring some runs. That's fun. It's fun when you score runs and win games. So hopefully Matt Shaw can get things worked out in Iowa, and we can see him back soon. It's not uncommon for prospects like Matt Shaw to get sent back down. Sometimes it's a confidence booster. Sometimes they want to tweak the swing. So not sure what exactly they're going to do with Matt Shaw in Iowa in AAA. But hopefully it works and he can come back and be a solid contributor at third base. Cooter says, I can only do so much, Gem City. It's all good. It was a fun time. Sold some cards. Yeah, went on Dib. Awesome. God, I'm like hitting myself for missing. I really wanted to check in. Zach says, Oak Creek and Franklin share a school district adjacent cities. Damn it. Because that's a far drive for me. That's an hour and a half. Although I guess I drive 2 plus hours to St. Charles and the Wheaton. TD Sports Cards, good morning. Zach says, I'm personally insulted. You said a dream of yours is the type of support you've been recently recovering from eBay. LRS has been giving you that support for years, as have I. Insane. There's low roller scratcher. Mike Smith says, I have to go back to get my money back on skill games today since they run out of money. There you go. Hey, that's good. You got to go collect money instead of spend it. Zach says, Mike, they couldn't pay you all your winnings at one time. That is how they get you to go back and lose what you won. It's not a skill. I think Zach's onto something. Mike says, are you doing YouTube auction live on Thursday? No, I'll probably be on eBay live on Thursday night. So I do have auctions ending. Standard 7-day auctions are ending tomorrow night. But I will likely be running my very first eBay live stream tomorrow night. So stay tuned. I'm going to talk about eBay live here in a moment. Zach, they run out of money in the machine. Waiting at the bus stop, go back to work to look for free bonuses. It's a good gig if you can get it. Johnny M says, good morning. Just finished sending offers in my daily end sell similar 100 listings. Egg time and then shipping. So there was some chatter in the blowout forums about the end sell similar recently. Did you have any issues with that? A few people were talking about it was not populating like very fast. It wasn't populating in the unsold or wherever it was. So I'm just curious if you had any issues. This was about a week or two ago that I was reading on the blowout forums. Zach says, sure, Mike X, sure. Are you going back to collect or sit back down and play? My gut is you will sit down and play. They have a sucker. Mike says, stamps going up 79 cents this July. I did hear that. I predicted stamps to go up to 80 cents in 2025 a few years ago. There you go. He is 1 cent short. Yeah, I did hear that on the radio. I do listen to terrestrial radio still. I heard report July, I think 13th, stamp price is going to go up a nickel. Let's see. Top stories. USA Today. USPS seeks to raise the price of a forever stamp to 78 cents. Here's when it could happen. So you're 2 cents off, Mike Smith. U.S. Postal Service proposed a handful of price increases last week, including a 5-cent increase for forever stamps that could go into effect this summer. The changes would begin on July 13th if approved by the Postal Regulatory Commission, the federal agency that oversees the Postal Service. Changes would increase mailing service product prices by 7.4%, the Postal Service said in a news release. The full list of proposed price increases includes The forever stamps rising from 73 cents to 78 cents. Additional ounce price for single piece letters going up a penny from 28 to 29 cents. Domestic postcards are going from 56 cents to 62 cents. 1 ounce metered letters. So this is your ESE. 69 cents to 74 cents. So likely eBay standard envelope going to see a nickel increase as well. 1 ounce letters going up from 73 to 78 cents. International letters and postcards also going up a nickel each. Let's see. According to the Postal Service, postal insurance would be reduced by 12%. As changes, well, it doesn't fucking work anyway, so who the F cares? Price increases are due in part to proposals to eliminate marketing and bulk services. The increases are also an attempt to eliminate bound printed matter, or the Postal Service's program for permanently bound sheets, where at least 90% are printed with advertising, editorial, or promotional mail. There's also a proposal to eliminate marketing mail, or the Postal Service's bulk mail service that allows businesses to send large volumes of advertising and promotional materials. The eliminations still need to be approved by the Postal Regulatory Commission. So there you go. So look forward to, and I'm pretty certain that usually once these hit the news, like these go into effect. The commission approves them, and we'll see increases. July 13th probably is when we'll see stamp prices, ESE prices go up another 5 cents. Johnny M says, Mets only team in baseball to not lose 2 games in a row this season so far. Interesting. Mike Smith says, Zach, I gamble when I have enough money to play. Bus is now here for Mike Smith. Carrie says, sad news regarding Chris Bryant, degenerative disc disease. Yes, awful news. Not surprised based on the injury history of Chris Bryant. It's just a really sad story, the way his career arced in not a good way, with battling injuries throughout his career. Probably going to be a career ender sooner than later. I think is this degenerative disc disease. I think that's the same injuries that led to early retirement for Don Mattingly, led Larry Bird to his retirement, and I'm sure there's several other athletes that have suffered from this. So yeah, awful news. Porter in the house, and Chris Bryant's such a nice guy, like such a good dude. Hate to see it. I mean, I hate to see it to anybody. Johnny M did not have the issues on end cell similar. Okay, that's good to hear. Unicorn Cupcake says, should invest in stamps instead of skill games. There you go. There you go. I like it. Zach says, taking a bus to go play skill games is an all-time flex. These fools should make it $1 already. Yeah, might as well. Like, just rip the Band-Aid off. But can they manage it? Can they manage the money? Probably not. Because they'd raise it to $1 and then they just next year raise it to $1.05. Like, well, it's all, hey, they're going to pay $1. They'll pay $1.05 next year. $1.10 2 years later. Might as well. The post office is screwed, glued, and tattooed. Absolutely. Glad postage is going up. I can now get charged up to $7 to ship a card on eBay. Yeah. Max says, was there really an arc? More like, yeah, it wasn't an arc. Yeah. It was like, yeah, there was kind of an arc. He had rookie of the year and MVP, and then the downward slope of negative 1,000. It's like every other budget. We don't want the Band-Aid ripped off. That's true. That's true. Because what would happen is, okay, we're going to raise it to $1, and guess what happens? We forget that it was only 70 cents a year ago. Well, now we're used to paying $1, and well, it's time for our annual 5-cent raise. And then they go from $1 to $1.05. So yeah, let's just keep these small increments going. So eBay Live. So yesterday I had a follow-up call. We had, there were 3 of us sellers on the Zoom with eBay on Monday. Today or yesterday, I had a follow-up call because we were given, once our session was over, they gave us the access to the console, the eBay Live console. So I was playing around with it Monday afternoon, Monday night. The biggest question I had going into it was, Mikey's here. What's up, Mikey? The biggest question I had going into it was, how is the listing process? Excuse me, I'm gassy all of a sudden. Must be those ribs I had last night. The biggest question I had was, what's the listing process like for eBay Live? Is it, my assumption going in was it's probably the same as a regular auction. Like, oh, this one's going to eBay Live. Is that a setting? It's not. No, it's a little more convoluted. It is still in beta, so it's pretty clunky right now. So when I went into the eBay Live console to set up just kind of a test, I went in and I'm trying to flip. I was under the assumption that you could just take any item in your inventory and put it on sale for eBay Live. You can't do that. I have most of 99.9% of my listings are buy it now. There's a 0.1% ending tomorrow night, 99centcards.com, that are 7-day auctions that are listed as auctions. You can't take a buy it now auction and just flip it to eBay Live, which is kind of annoying. Now, not too annoying, because a lot of what I'm going to be selling is not inventory that's in my eBay store. It's in those boxes behind me. Those 3 boxes are all inventory that I'm going to be putting on eBay Live. So it's stuff that I still need to list. So that's good. That, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. It would have been a real pain in the ass if I would have listed all of this stuff and then I have to flip everything over. So at least and I'm glad I waited to actually, and that's part of the main reason I waited. I just put these, I curated these batches, but I didn't actually list them on eBay because I didn't know what the listing process would be. And I'm glad I did wait for that. So that's kind of an annoying piece. And I did ask yesterday, and I said, so based on I can flip an auction listing to auction on eBay Live. They're like, yes. So buy it now is only buy it now on eBay Live. You can't switch it to auction. You have to actually switch it in your eBay system. Okay. So that's annoying, but we can work around that. Now, there are several updates coming in the future. And it sounds like that is one of the top things they're working on, is that you can flip stuff from buy it now to auction within eBay Live. So there are going to be a lot of updates. So we're still very early on in the eBay Live process. So that was my biggest question I had. And I had like 5 questions, and I'll share the questions that I had. I think I only had to ask 1, maybe 2 questions, in all 5 were. So my questions were, only auction listings can be sent to live auction. And so that is yes. You cannot send a buy it now listing to eBay Live auction. Is there a way to flip a buy it now to eBay Live auction, which was answered in the previous question? He answered it for me. No, right now there's not. In the future, that will likely be the case. So my third question that I had written down was, is there any way to set up drafts specifically for eBay Live? This question did not need to be answered because it was answered in a different question, or maybe even in one of those questions. And it kind of goes into, so these last 3 questions are kind of similar. So any way to set up drafts specifically for eBay Live? What is the current best practice to schedule live listings out for the day of a scheduled live? And how to add live listings that are scheduled without going into individual listings to copy item ID. Okay, so basically my questions were, those 3 questions were answered. The last question was basically what I needed to know, which you're probably like, what the hell does that mean? Because this is the most confusing question. So basically, in the eBay Live console, when you want to switch when you want to add inventory to your eBay Live sale, you have to either do it by item ID, which you can go into your listing and just copy and paste it on your listing. It has an item ID, or you can download a spreadsheet and then just copy and paste the item ID. Which again, this is clunky. So in scheduled listings, when you go to active listings, you can download a report of your active listings in your eBay console. You cannot download a report of your scheduled listings within the scheduled listing screen like you can the active listing screen. So that was my question. It's like, okay, if I have 100 scheduled listings, how do I download a report? Or do I have to go through every single item? Fortunately, there is a way to download the report. The reports tab. And you can click on the scheduled listings within reports, download all of your scheduled listings, copy and paste. Now, it comes up as the scientific number where it's like E to the 11th power or whatever. So you actually have to change that numerically, take out the decimal points, and then copy and paste it. So there's more steps than there should be. But again, it's still in beta. There's a lot of things they're working through. So it's not going to be as streamlined as you would hope. But it's still, once I got those two questions answered, I'm good to go. So the only thing now I need to get, I've got my photo box next to me. I've been playing around with various holders. I need to get a better, actually, the collects might be the perfect holder. Cause right now I'm using these like from Michael's and I just don't like these. I think did Chris make these? So I have one of these, but it hides the, the bottom. So you can't really see the corners down there. But I have a collects holder as well. So for now, I'm going to use, these tripods, but I need a camera, a small camera. I probably have like 7 freaking phone tripods and I don't like any of them. So I just keep buying new ones. Actually, I think I only have like 2 or 3. So, I plan on doing a test. So here's kind of my plan for eBay Live. Today I'm going to go get a phone tripod. And then sometime this afternoon, I'm going to create a draft event, which is basically a test stream. I can share that with you. So I will post the link in the Hobby Evolution Facebook group. So you can join the stream if you want. And basically, I'm just going to be testing audio, testing video, and it gives you a chance to kind of see, what it's like if you haven't jumped into an eBay Live yet. And obviously it's, there's no sales, nothing like that, but I'll put some stuff on the screen. Like, here you go. You won't be able to bid or anything. But it'll give you an opportunity to kind of see it. It'll give me an opportunity to test it. And you can be my guinea pigs. So I don't know what time. I'm going to do this, but probably after lunch, sometime this afternoon. And then I do plan, if everything goes well with that, then I'll schedule my first event, which I plan to do Thursday night, probably aim for 7:30 Central Time tomorrow night. That's kind of tentatively. So once we get through this test today, then I'll schedule out an actual live stream, which will be tomorrow night, Thursday, on eBay Live. So that's kind of the plan of attack right now. Where we at? Let's see. Johnny M says, I see Fanatics is doing debut patches for WWE now. Just keep fleecing the consumer. Yeah, okay. So I did see this yesterday and I'm indifferent on it. I lean toward it's a bit much because a debut patch on a rest, like on like tights. Like, really? I think it's a bit too far. I think it's a bit too far. I think it makes perfect sense for baseball, basketball, football, hockey. If Fanatics had hockey, I think it makes perfect sense. But for wrestling, I don't know. I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I don't even think I like it. I think I'm kind of on the dislike side for WWE. I love it for baseball. I love it for any other sports that has like jerseys and stitching and patches on them already, because it fits. But I think you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole with putting a debut patch on a wrestler. Mikey says, I am feeling better. I got the last 2 days off of work, so was able to rest and recover. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, absolutely. Good to hear. Unicorn Cupcake says, I'm rarely sick, but turn into a helpless creature when I am. It's called the man flu. I think we all get it. Mark, what's going on? You should buy a custom card holder with your logo on the front. That is a great idea. I see people on other streams that have that. Does anybody have any recommendations on companies or whatever that do that? I guess I could use the how's the couch look with the card? Yeah, the couch is kind of the same where it kind of hides the bottom. But I mean, I could always use the couch as a and then just do the little Vanna White. Maybe I'll use the couch. It's unique. I like it. I'll use the couch. I'll use the couch and then just here you go. And maybe I'll print like a little 1 million Cubs on the front of the couch. Gem City says the phone tripod is important. Mine last night wasn't great. It's really hard to find a good phone tripod, even the Zoom, the big Zoom that I had to take photos last year. And I bought a second one because I didn't like the first one. Kind of difficult to find good ones that work. Crotch patch relic from wrestling would stink and sell. Slab strong or something. Slab strong. Okay. Unicorn Cupcake says use your Topps cards too, so people know you are famous. There you. Yeah, I can put them in the background. Fanatics is trying to put a square peg in our hole. There you go. All right. So that's what I had for today. Again, I plan on doing a test event later today on eBay Live. I will post the link in the for the test event in the Facebook group. So if you're not on board with the Facebook group, check it out. It's Hobby Evolution on Facebook. So I'll put the link in the Hobby Evolution Facebook group at some point later today. Stand-up displays. Okay, stand-up displays. I'm going to write that down. And then tentatively, my first live will be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, say 7:30-ish. I'll have more information once we get through the test, and then I'll commit. And obviously tomorrow morning on Hobby Evolution, I'll let you know. Shane says, I don't know what the card rests on. May not be overly important. Other day on ComC Live, a Bonds Fleer rookie with 95.5 centering went for $5. I like that. I was watching, Travis says, are you going to lean more toward basketball per eBay's request or stay in your lane with baseball? So it'll be baseball centric. In fact, my first sale tomorrow night will be baseball. And then I'll probably I will have basketball, but basically every event will have all of the above, and it'll kind of be like in batches where, let me show you. So these are batches that I've curated. So basically each event will have like, okay, this is baseball first half hour or whatever. And there's going to be an evolution to my eBay live selling. So these are all Ohtani cards. So we're going to do Ohtanis. So you don't have to wait if there's an Ohtani card in the auction. And also you can request like, hey, I want Ohtani. I can move stuff up. So if there's enough demand, they're like, okay, we don't want Ohtani, we want Mahomes. And so I've got a bunch of Mahomes. Okay, we'll do Mahomes. And then I've got Brady. And I've got, I think, Steph Curry. So those are player batches. These are all Leaf autographs, all from the same set, various players. I've got a whole bunch of relics. I've got football and basketball relics. This is baseball. This is all random stuff. A lot of prospects, a lot of newer stuff. So we'll do baseball. So that may go, my plan of curation may go out the window after the first event. Who knows? But I'm going to be, I am going to be putting a focus on basketball just to kind of test it out. And there may be like, I may just, okay, this event at, maybe I'll do a 1 o'clock sale, 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's going to be baseball just because I have a ton of baseball. So maybe I run that during the day. Maybe I run basketball. So, but probably in the first couple events, I'll probably have like a wide array of a little bit of everything. And then it'll just kind of be curated in, time slots. But I was watching a video, eBay Live yesterday. What the hell was it? Something sold. And I'm like, in Ohtani Stars of the MLB sold for $5. And I'm like, wow. Now, I also noticed like Ohtani's stuff like that will sell for higher than it probably should. But then you have like, there was like an auto of like kind of a no-name guy numbered out of 25 that sold for like $2, $3, which is what I would expect if I ran it on a 7-day auction I'd probably expect $2-3 out of that. So like these are probably going to go for steals. Actually Carson Williams might sell for a few bucks, but some of these guys, Anthony Gutierrez, may not even sell at 99 cents. It might sell at 99 cents. So it's kind of a crapshoot. But I have noticed that Ohtani sells for higher than, Luka, I think, sells for pretty high. So I've been watching a lot of eBay Lives over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, just to kind of get an idea of, okay, what's selling for what do I need to go? Okay, if I can sell this for $5, I'll go buy something like this out of a $1 box. Where normally it's like, I'm going to pay $0.25 for something like this. So it's just watch and learn and see what the going rate is on these live sales. Gem City says it's all signed Bo cards. Starting price $99.99. There you go. I think you should start asking Cubs players to sign his card. There you go. Gary V was doing that with his set back in, was it 2019 or 2021? Gary V had that set he collaborated with Topps. And I have a Gary V autographed Cole Roeder card. So Cole Roeder was a prospect in the set. And I had Gary V sign it. I bought it from Gary V. I paid like $6 for it. But hey, it's a Gary V auto on Cole Roeder's baseball card. Thank you. Micah Parsons rookie prism black refractor, $1 last night for me. LOL. And yeah, I don't know what the Micah. I'm going to learn a lot on some of this stuff, and I'm going to learn a lot on live selling because I've never live sold before on a platform. I've done my bargain box YouTube sales, but I've never done Whatnot, Dibdit, District, anything like that. All right. So Hobby Evolution on the Facebook, Check it out later today. I will have a link for a test stream that I'll run today And then if all goes well with the test stream tomorrow night, we will do our first eBay live stream on the eBay Live platform. So I say eBay Live platform. You can access it from your phone. Go to the let's see. So on the eBay app, so there's your kind of your home screen. Go to home, click on home, and right there at the top, eBay Live. Click on eBay Live, and boom, you're already in. Is there anybody? There's coins. There's always coin sales, comic sales. So then you can just click on that, and there you go. Selling a quarter. Oh, did I click in? Oh, there we go. Actually click it. So there you go. It's a 1954 quarter. It sold for $28. Hey, that's a good quarter. So there you go. And you can access it on a computer as well. It's ebay.com/eBay Live. So pretty easy access for eBay Live. So check it out. All righty. That's what I had for today. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. 99centcards.com is my eBay store. Over in the Buy It Now section, you can save 25% when you buy 7 or more items at regular price. I do have standard auctions ending tomorrow night. There's about 50 or 60 auctions ending tomorrow night on a 7-day auction. And tentatively tomorrow night, we'll sell on eBay Live, the first eBay live stream tomorrow night. So if you're in the Hobby Evolution Facebook page group, stay tuned for a link to a test event that will run later today. If you're not in the Hobby Evolution Facebook group, what are you doing? Get in, join it. Just type in Hobby Evolution on Facebook, and we'll get you right in. All right. Have a great Wednesday. Take the trash out if it's your trash day. Mine's at the curb. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you maybe this afternoon during our eBay Live test stream. If not, tomorrow morning. See you then.